Hey, welcome back to Rising Phoenix Oracle. I'm T the Oracle. Thank you for tuning in for another celebrity reading. All right, so as you can see by the title, we'll go ahead and focus on Tammy Rivera and Waka Flocka, aka Waka Flocka fame. Okay, so let's just get right into it. I do know over watching the blogs and some shows over the years, I do know that they got together. Tammy had a daughter, which was not biologically Walker's child, but he really did step up to the plate and raised her daughter as if she was his own, okay? I believe he came into their life when she was young, and I do believe she calls him dad, if I'm not mistaken. So that's very good, you know. I really do want to commend when I do see, you know, a man, even though it's something that we're gonna get into there, but I really commend him for like taking that space and that role in her life as the father figure and dad, right? So first question I have here, what caused their breakup? All right, what caused their breakup? So that's what I've been stating in my mind if I didn't say it out loud. All right, you have the World card. Okay, hold on just a minute, y'all. All right. You have the Walking Away card. Uh-oh, you got Broken Heart. You have Journey. You have Yin and Yang in a reverse. And the Thinking Man in reverse. Okay, off top with this spread here, I'll break it down each one. I'll try to do so. But just kind of looking at the overall picture of these spreads, what caused their breakup? Well, I would say their last breakup, because I think they actually broke up a couple times before, but this is like the last good time that it pretty much stuck and they went their separate ways, right? I feel like number one, you have this journey and you have this yin and yang card right here, which definitely tells me, you know how two people grow apart. So they definitely, over the years, I think that over a period of time, you know how something happens gradually, you really don't see it and you may pick up on it, but gradually I see that their paths and different things that they wanted within the relationship or even from each other, it's like things change and they slowly go on their separate ways, right? And that's why you have this journey card right here. If you take a look at this journey card, you have a woman that's on a journey and you have looks like on a street light where you have kind of like different directions right here. This one right here says crossroads, right? Let's see about the other one. It says scenic view. I can't quite read the other names on there. I can't quite see it. I need glasses, but there's different options. She's on a journey. It came to a point, I'm going to say for Tammy, it came to a point in her life. She's like, okay, I'm at a certain age. You know, my daughter's graduating. I'm at this pinnacle point in my life. It's just, I want change. I want to go in a different direction. This is not something that I really want to do anymore, right? And then you have this yin and yang in the reverse. So when we look at it right, standing right here, it just represents balance, okay, of the masculine and feminine. So both of them coming together help to balance one another at a certain point in time early on. I think it was meant for them to come together. Do I think that they were soulmates or twin flames or anything like that, or even a karmic relationship? I really don't think so. These cards are not giving any of those, you know, selections, karmic or twin flame or soulmate or anything like that. I just really feel like, you know how people come into your life for a season, and then when that season is up, it's time to go. So it was a reason and a season for Waka to come into Tammy's life. And I feel like at a particular time, it was to bring balance in her life. So, you know, that masculine figure, that male figure, that head of the household type figure, someone that came in that was able to give her daughter that father figure that she needed, that masculine energy that was needed in the household. And it was very beneficial to her daughter. Y'all don't know how important it is for little girls to have their dad or father figure in the home with them. I think this was very beneficial for the daughter. She definitely could have turned out differently or developed some other type of childhood, issues, or, because of the absence of a father figure in the home. So I think this was really good. And the way that the universe set it up, the ancestors set it up, it was very much needed at the time. And I think it was beneficial on both ends. And even with Waka Flocka, just bringing in that feminine energy, that balance to him, because even though his mother was in his life, that's not a romantic relationship. And Miss Deb, she's a protector, okay? She is femininity on another end, okay? Tammy exudes femininity. I'm not saying Miss Deb ain't feminine, but she'll protect you. She'll protect her. She'll pop. She damn near give you Papa Bear energy. You feel me? So it's like it brought balance to both of them at a time where I think they spiritually needed it. They needed that particular union. Now, was the union perfect? No, not at all. Okay, why? Because in between, let's look here. You have the world, right? So in the beginning, as the relationship progressed, it's like, how you have dreams and aspirations individually, but also as a couple in a relationship. And sometimes the man in a relationship is like, I love you so much, I want to give you the world. Like, I want to introduce you to things that you probably haven't even been introduced to. I want to take you places. I want to do this. So it's like giving you the world. And then on the flip side for her, it's like, I want to be the woman. I want to be, the wife, the figure that I need to be in order to bring just like stability in this relationship. However, over a period of time, I think the feelings of how, I'm going to say this, Waka, there was his priorities changed. That's what I would say. I think his priorities changed. Number one, his dedication would always be to his daughter. And I believe he calls her his daughter, right? So he's going to always, feel that that's damn near number one important in his life. And like I said before, he's a stand-up guy for that, right? However, you can dedicate yourself to being a good parent. However, in a relationship, it might not be so. And there are a couple times where Mr. Waka Flocka stepped out. It just kind of ran its course. You understand what I'm saying? And I do feel like at certain times they had like arguments and disagreements, but those stem from, what do you really want, right? What do you want out of this relationship? Like, where is this relationship going? Are you willing to stay in a relationship when someone has cheated? Are you willing to stay in a relationship if you don't know this is the last stop for them? You know what I'm saying? So that's where Tammy was. It's kind of like, okay, what's really going on? Like, she tried to push through a couple of times, but this last time it's like, you know what? This is a different chapter in my life, and I just want to be happy. She got to the point where she wanted to be happy. That's why you have this walking away card. It's like, you know what? I'm at a time and a space in my life where there are some things that I need to cut ties with and cut ties to and be free. And she's really, for her, what I'm feeling for her is a new phase in her life. Like, it was something that was very important to her. Like, I keep getting that in my head, like, new phase, new day, new beginnings. And in those new beginnings and a new phase in her life, she was like, I understand that there's some things that were old in my life that I have to kind of let go. And because her daughter has graduated high school, I believe last year, not this year, and moved on, there's really no specific ties that she would have to have with him, because I do feel as if, at some point in time, that may have been another reason why she stayed, just so there can be a family unit, a mother and father together for the sake of her daughter. I'm not sure if she actually grew up with her father in a household, But I think that that was something that was very important to her. And that's one of the reasons why she fought for the relationship and just to keep it together. But if there's a particular certain thing or a person that's holding or gluing the relationship together, and then the person leaves the scenario or the equation, what's keeping it together now? What's the point? So like I said, new day, new phase, new beginnings for everyone. Waka, what I feel is definitely wanted to focus more on his finances and building his financial wealth. That's why you have the thinking man card. Now, it did come out in reverse because it's representative of how he was in a relationship. True, he was getting money. He gonna always be Waka Flocka. A lot of people don't know that he does a lot of things behind the scenes, and he's, I would say, well versed in just kind of like finances and how to build your wealth, portfolio, and just how to really just understand the system of wealth and how to gain it. He was able to do some things behind the scenes, especially when he was, with Tammy. However, to reach his fullest potential, I think for him, he needed to remove himself from that relationship as well. And I think that at this point in time, he'd be able to completely flourish and do some things that he wanted to do. Sometimes for men, it feels like they can't focus on more than one thing at one time. Like, I could either dedicate all my energy to making his money and getting his bag, or I have to dedicate to a relationship. I can't do both. I can't be 100%. I can't be a stand-up guy at both. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. But I do understand it to a certain extent, because even as a mother, you're divided in so many different ways. You have to work, you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to be a doctor. When they're sick, you have to be a cook. You have to be an accountant to manage the bills. There's so many different hats that you have to wear, but us women, we just roll into it because it's something that we're expected to be able to do. However, but for men, it's kind of like, they're labeled as the protector, the provider. So it's like, those are the only two things they know how to do. And if I'm doing that in a household, that means I love you. So that's the love part as well. So, I would say some men do have to work on that. But like I said, it's like he's able to kind of reach his potential and go to where he wants to go by releasing the relationship. And I think the relationship actually became stale as well. It just needed to be released. It ran its course. That's pretty much what it was. Now, I got a specific question here. Okay. Did Deb, which was Waka Flocka's mother, did Deb actually like Tammy? I always wanted to know that, because I don't know. It just seemed, a little off to me. Maybe they had a little bit of static, but I don't know. Did Deb really like Tammy? And if I didn't state this before, reading this for entertainment purposes, it is channeled messages from spirit. So take it how you take it. But I didn't never say that it was true. So don't come for me. Anyways, did Miss Deb really like Tammy? Did she ever like her? Did she really like her? I don't know. What y'all think? Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Or tell me what y'all noticed, like, from different shows, or when you seen them together, or when she mentioned Tammy, or when Waka mentioned Tammy to Miss Deb. Like, did you pick up on any type of cues or facial expressions or anything like that? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Let me shuffle one more time. I'm getting one in my head. One more good time. All right, let's see here. Did Miss Deb really like Tammy? Firm foundation. Fertility. Shadow. Awareness. Discontent and boredom. Miss Deb is like, I know my son. Moving on. This ain't gonna last. She is a businesswoman first and foremost. She understands how things works as a business. And remember, just like I said with that first spread, when I was just like, it's there for a season. It just has to run its course, in which it did. I think Miss Deb really understood that. She knew it wasn't gonna last the test of time, but she just knew that it had to run its course. When you look at this firm foundation card, of course, that the stability of the relationship, she's like, I know this is not going to last. You know what I mean? Take a look at it. I think she knew that, right? Then you had the fertility card, which could indicate she's like, I can see how this union can be beneficial, especially financial wise, with capitalizing on the relationship, the family life, you know, getting different bookings or shows. I think they actually had a show. Was it WeTV or something like that? I remember they used to play it on YouTube as well. So I don't know if that still comes on or if it just had 1 or 2 seasons or whatever. I think they may have been on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know. Y'all tell me, because I really don't be watching this. I just know what I get from the blog. So it's only a few things that I watch on TV, y'all. To be honest, I barely watch TV, but yeah, I think Miss Deb understood how things work, and she also understood the divine timing, like time and place for everything. And sometimes it's the time for this, and this lines up, and this opens doors for other opportunities. But again, she understands how things run its course, so she's not just too bent on like, okay, they're gonna be together forever, blah blah blah. I feel like she knew that it wasn't gonna be forever. You have this shadow side. She did believe that there were certain things in the relationship that Tammy may have been just omitting or keeping to herself, even all the way down to like the way that she feels, her feelings or different things like that. I feel like sometimes Tammy would blow up, but I think she will hold stuff in a lot of times, and then she'll find herself blowing up over a particular situation. And Waka is probably like, damn, what's going on? But it's just like a culmination of a lot of things that she kind of pent up and just kind of like kept to herself, and then she would just kind of blow up. Yeah. You have this awareness card here that just kind of further solidifies what I said about knowing that, you know, this relationship is beneficial at a certain point in time, right? Now, discontent and boredom. Miss Deb is like, I know my son. Y'all already know with this discontent and boredom card. He's all in. He's like a person that's all in. He will put his all in something, but when the time passes or it just didn't run its course, that's when he get disinterested. And I think he really tried a couple times, and he wanted to try. Now, I'm not condoning any type of cheating or nothing like that, because if you want to cheat on somebody, just leave. Just leave. But at the same time, just kind of dissecting and understanding why things happen. When you get to this point, either y'all decide to work it out, or you just go your separate ways and leave each other alone in order to avoid any other heartache and pain, right? I think Miss Deb knew this. She's like, I know my son, after a period of time, it's then kind of lost its sauce, okay? And then, you know, she already knew this was coming. So did she necessarily not like Tammy? I think she neither liked nor disliked her. It was just, it is what it is. Miss Deb is giving real like G energy, just like really, really hard energy, just like it is what it is. I know what you're here for. I know, you know, what you can do. I know what y'all can do together. I know we can create. I know we can create financial, you know, some financial money rolling in. Like, she's just like, it is what it is. And then when it runs its course, it's just over with. So that's how she is. She neither like nor dislike Tammy. It just is what it is. All right. How does Tammy currently feel about Waka? How does Tammy currently feel about Waka? How does Tammy currently feel about Waka? Let's shuffle a couple times. How does she currently feel? Because I do know that she's moved on. I think they both moved on. I remember on the blogs that there was some chick that Waka had posted, and everybody was like, they kind of look like Tammy. Okay, he got a type. Why don't you just get back with her if you want somebody to look like her? I mean, he could have a type. She could be similar to Tammy, y'all. Leave that dude alone. And then she's been with someone, and she's made that clear. She hasn't really showed his face, but she's let it be known that she's moved on to someone else. So despite that, how does she still really feel about Waka? Honestly. You have the 6th chakra card, Archangel Metatron. You have woman holding a coin. You have door to value in a reverse. You have angel of love. You have angel of balance. And you have man holding a coin. I think for she feels as if, number one, she'll always have love for him. Because she really looks like, she looks as Waka, she looks to Waka as really like her daughter's father. Like, she's like We have a daughter together. It's almost like they really biologically had that daughter together. Like, I always have love for him. I'm appreciative the time that he came into my life. I'm appreciative of what we created together. So she'll always have love. Is she in love? Not necessarily so. So if you feel like, has she moved on or not, or is she still feeling Waka, or what's going on? I believe that she has moved on. She's still gonna always have a certain amount of love connection to him, but it's not like that. You have the Angel of Balance. This came into play. So like I said before, it's ran its course. In order for the yin and yang card that came out, for things to come back into balance, it ran its course. So now they had to depart. They had to separate. They had to sever ties in certain ways, especially in a romantic way, in order for both of them to get back to a level of balance. Okay, so it was meant for them to break up. You have a man holding a coin, and then you have a woman holding a coin. Dude, don't ever let a person or a relationship get in the way of you getting your bag. Like I said, it ran its course. They made money together. They did things that they were supposed to, but it hit a brick wall. It hit a dead end, and it was over with. So it's like, okay, when you feel like your life is stagnant or is not moving forward, you kind of got to analyze and see what's causing me to be stagnant. Why am I not moving forward? And remember I said before with that other spread that I had when I said Waka, it was like he was making money, but it's just like he needs to be separated and be able to focus fully on getting the bag and getting his money and setting himself up for financial stability and abundance. He really just needed to be free from a relationship. He didn't want the responsibility of trying to uphold an upstanding relationship and also trying to get money. For some reason, like I said, maybe having an issue doing that. They either dedicate themselves to the money or a relationship. They can't do both. So one is going to lack. How does she feel? Daughter value in reverse. She felt like as time progressed, his values changed. Remember I said like what they really wanted, the both of them, like they just started to go in different ways. Their journey started to go in different ways. What you want out of the relationship, what you want out of life, things just started to change. And that happens with relationships. Sometimes you grow out of love, sometimes you just grow apart in what you want and what you need. And she felt like what he valued was not necessarily what was valuable to her. Like, of course she loves money and different things like that, but it was something a little bit more deeper. You have the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. This came out in the reverse. This deals with the pineal gland, or it deals with your third eye. And this one was in the reverse. They really were kind of like at the crossroads, I would say, or at a static state with them being together. And I think at some point in time they were trying to hold on, but at the same time, they eventually understood and recognized that, you know what? This just not gonna work. We gotta let it go. It's at the end. It's run its course. So basically, to summarize this, their relationship ran its course. Yeah, there was cheating. Yeah, some things happened. Yeah, Miss Deb neither liked nor disliked Tammy. But to be completely honest, at the end of the day, their relationship ran its course. Now, could cheating, have something to do with it? Of course, a woman, if you cheating on her, of course, that's going to, break her trust that she has for you. But a lot of times with women, we wear options. He's a good father, he's a good provider, different things. You'll outweigh, if there's more good than bad, you'll kind of overlook that. But over a period of time, like I said, as her daughter has progressed, her daughter is older now, she's an adult, and it's like, what do I really want? And what do I really need for myself in a relationship and life, period? And so both of them decided, this is what I want. And it's the only way that they could achieve it is to go in separate directions. So that's really what happened to them. Peace.